Oh boy, we're gonna have a lot of fun talking today. It's me, Gaming Brendeaux, and, well, a lot's happened in the gaming industry since the last time I did a video in this city, and some things have changed here too. The city is now named Brendeaux. I got a really good suggestion for basically that, and I ran with it. You know me, I actually thought that was really cool. Shout out to the person who suggested it. But, today, we are back, and we are, nearing the final milestone where I unlock all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, all 17 other titles I haven't unlocked already, because you can never have too many titles. And, yeah, but there are some big things happening in the gaming industry that are for better or for worse. And the headline thing is, Sony is getting rid of physical media. Why? I mean, I just think that's atrocious. Like, who the heck would want to buy a console and not be able to play the games on it because the store shut down 3 years ago, or I don't know, whatever. Well, yeah. It's a mess. And, a trade grouper, I believe it's like a trade group, you know, in the Netherlands is actually suing over this, and, you know, this could also definitely be probably sued here in the US under the Sherman Antitrust Act, which is basically made for things just like this when companies get a little too, big, really, anything. I mean, sometimes this kind of stuff happens, and that's why we have but I want to talk about why this reinforces my love for Nintendo while you watch me build stupid virtual cities on my stupid computer that has 32 gigabytes of RAM. Because that's the best thing you should... That's just the best thing you could really do right now, is just sit and watch Gaming Bren. If you're probably paying your mortgage. But you, I don't know. Probably just like City Skylines content too much. I say you should probably pay your mortgage. But, yeah, so, a bunch of things happen in the gaming industry, as I said. You know, Sony, is dishing the disc in January 2028, and everybody is mad beyond comprehension. And, yeah. But also, there is a new version of City Skylines releasing for the PS5 in Japan. That makes me wonder, well, if they're releasing this niche version of City Skylines,
fuel of the modern economy,
for a console that's not as popular in Japan as it is in the West, in a region where there's a lot of handheld dominance,
at Burn Bean
they are making City
our
Skylines
environment is perfect for all of your work
stuff
needs.
out.
There's no better place to be distracted than the Burn Bean coffee shop in Cafe. Our coffee technicians are trained
if there's any
to make a
Japanese
variety of
viewers
coffees
here,
and sugary
that is probably great
coffee-themed
news. They're
drinks
probably gonna love
just
that
as you
new version of City
all while
Skylines
generally making more noise than anyone could reasonably
but
ignore.
also,
So drink up and let the productivity flow.
Nintendo,
Sippy sip coffee
basically,
fans.
after
Burn
Sony said,
Bean
we're not
coffee.
doing
Get
this anymore,
while it's hot.
like any
Due to recent court
idiot
actions,
would, wanting to destroy their 9th generation, sales, Nintendo was like, yeah, but here's an elephant in the room that needs addressing.
I'm Troy Anderson.
You know, you probably might have seen that post. Basically, Nintendo has doubled down on cartridges. Nintendo's like, look, we're just gonna keep doing cartridges. We don't care what those people at Sony are doing. We're gonna keep making cartridge games. They kind of implied that by not doing anything. I mean, Nintendo is honestly a pretty decent company when it comes to physical media. They care a lot more than, like, Microsoft is literally wanting to make it so you can turn your Xbox One and Xbox Series discs into digital licenses. That's kind of slimy. But also, you know, there's the whole thing with, there's a whole thing where, like, basically, you know, back in 2013, when the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 came out, Microsoft was like, okay, you're gonna have to hook up our Kinect camera when you're wanting to play your game. In order to turn the console on, you need to have that plugged in. And everyone was like, heck no. And then Sony was like, oh, here's how to lend the game to your friend with our Blu-ray game discs. Everybody loved that. Now, it's hilarious, in a hilarious twist of irony, it's Sony that's basically doing all this stupid stuff. Like, yeah, the tables just turned from like, oh, well, Microsoft is the bad guy to like, oh no, Sony's doing bad things now. Yeah, July 1st will go down, it'll be a day that lives in infamy. As in, they get Sony basically just lost the plot. They literally, they basically just lost the plot. Like, Sony doesn't. And then there's also the accusations that Sony's running. There's also somebody accused. Basically somebody said there was apparently with investigating, and there was like bots that were basically glazing over the fact that Sony is literally trying to take away consumers' rights. And yeah, this just made people even madder. And then there's one of Sony Studios, Insomniac, had a leaked. Basically, there was a document showing like, oh, well, how many people bought so and so, like the share of digital and physical. What were Sony said, well, they're shifting market preferences, so we are just gonna stop making physical discs. The data that was in those files suggests that there was a lot more people buying physical than Sony wants you to think. And this made people even madder. You can probably see a theme here. Something happens, people get madder. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, yeah, there's all that stuff going on. Which, is everybody is angry. People are saying they're not gonna buy the PS6, which I mean, I would say I don't buy any of that. I'm a Nintendo person. I have PC and Nintendo, and that's all you need. And Nintendo, doubling down on physical cartridges is really why I love Nintendo. They stand their ground. When the industry does something stupid, they stand their grounds. And that's why I love Nintendo so much. They seem to be better at decision making. Part of that's probably because they've been in this since the 8-bit days, not just like, oh yeah, well, this 5th generation or the 6th generation with Xbox, And Nintendo's been in this since the 3rd generation of consoles, the NES and the Sega Master System, and whenever Atari was putting out, as Atari was floundering. But they have a lot more wisdom. Heck, they've been around since the 19th century in some form. So don't underestimate how skilled Nintendo is at actually doing good business with like knowing what is a good idea and what's not. I'd say. But also, Nintendo is currently being sued over. So basically, the president, he's, I'm not gonna get political, but I will say, I'm not gonna get political because I think this should be not political, a political space here. So, I'm gonna say that, basically, there were tariffs that the Supreme Court ruled illegal, and they had to be rolled back. Basically, Nintendo said, we don't have to give you, we don't have to give you your, we don't have to give you a tariff refund because, you do what you were getting, and also the cost for absorbing other stuff like memory shortages because of the dreaded AI data center. Oh yeah, we don't like AI swap here, yeah, we don't like AI swap. You get the point, basically, it's a lawsuit in, Washington State. Also, Nintendo is rolling out a battery, a Switch 2 that you can replace the battery in of yourself, in the EU, because the EU said you're gonna have to make it so people can take out your batteries and replace them if they, don't go well. So that was all. So, you know, Nintendo, they said they're not bringing it to the US, right now. I hope they bring it to the US eventually. I would want something like that, here in the US. But, there's also other things we can talk about. Like, we could talk about... could talk about that, you know, we could talk about, well, we could talk about, yeah, we can talk about, I was just checking my audio, we can talk about that, we can talk about that, a bunch of things, but I'd like to personally talk about what happened with my computer, not to be making a new like video and like this series Brendeaux as long as I did. Basically, I had a little bit of a mishap with my SSD that stores all my game data and all that. It basically gave up, and basically, the result was I had to get a data recovery, get all my data back, and thankfully I got pretty much all of it back. But, of course, obviously, this was very stressful, and I played a lot of Mario Kart World while that was going on, but this was, very stressful for me, and, I could have lost everything, had it not been for the wonderful people at the PC shop down the road from where I live. I would like to give them a special thanks, I don't know if they watch this video again, I'd like to give them a special thanks for helping me get myself back on track with all this, and also, speaking of that, I want to talk about the Villager News War restoration thing. I basically, restored, like, the original sort of, like, ending sequence using, by reconstructing it with, like, game clips and reconstructing it. Turns out, I didn't know this until after I had completed the, I did not know this until after I had completed, I did not know this until I had completed the main project and started work on the trailer for the documentary I was going to do. Turns out, someone already archived the original ending in its original form without needing to restore it. I can't believe I'm saying this, but someone already did the work for me. Someone already did the work for me, and I just didn't notice. But I still laid out the documentary and, basically provide sort of a mirrored re-upload, I guess, in that regard, I guess. Like, another way, like, basically, I guess it would bring more attention to it, and I mean, on my research, I only like some fan work of, like, they like it when, I think, from what I've heard, I think they would probably be pretty pleased. Honestly, I mean, that would, honestly, it's kind of cool, like, kind of funny, like, I did this, I was ready to just say, like, okay, I restored it, and then someone else already recovered it. It's kind of funny, But I am still wanting to, like, release my restoration. And I already kind of did a soft launch, during the SSD issues, before I had known that someone else already did the heavy lifting of uploading it. And the other person uploaded, like, the actual, like, full Villager News War, including the ending. And it has slightly different audio timing from my restoration. Wow, I am just impressed at, like...
My name is Troy.
I wouldn't have been... I didn't even know that was there.
Radio on 109.7 FM.
I didn't even know that was it. I'm just like, wow, this is just kind of funny, actually. You know, this is really funny. Yeah, it's just kind of funny. So, you know, I'm just doing a lot of work here in City Challenge. We're gonna reach Megalopolis in this episode. Even if it takes me doing multiple recordings over multiple days to get there, because I'm just really dedicated to my craft. I don't want to do a new series with the Legacy 4J Minecraft mod. It would give me something nice to do. I kind of want to do that, actually. I really want to do that in the near future. That would be a really fun project to undertake. Oh yeah, I'm building in Minecraft with a controller on Java Edition. Wow. You know, like, yeah. I mean, in other news, I mean, we could probably bring up that, I mean, of course, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff we could probably talk about this entire video. Like, I don't know. I'm going into Project Search. Will be nice. You know, it's basically like like an internship. I'm doing it at the, my local hospital. I'm gonna be doing an internship there. Basically, it's like I learn job skills while I'm there, and that'll be nice. That'll be really fun, you know. But also, I'm turning 19 on the 2nd of August. You know, so that's really cool. It's gonna be a blast. I'm gonna go to a restaurant on the beach. Yeah. But, you might notice I expand my highway network. There's this freeway. Goes down from here. Eventually this will connect to, like, down here. And there'll be an airport down there. Now this ends downtown. It doesn't go all the way to here. Right? Eventually there'll be a freeway goes up this way and next to this, and that goes down there. Right now I've actually built a temporary connection in the meantime to keep traffic flowing without going through this massive choke point here. You know, and also a temporary ramp at this bridge. Yeah, you know, this is really fun to be building the city. Got some really nice, stuff here. Yeah, that's nice. Anyway, could I possibly build a connector over here instead? What is missing? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I could do. There's a lot of stuff I could do. Yeah. I'll probably just build a connector down here. Yep. Yep, here we go. Flag. Do this. That works.
I'm your guru Troy, and I have a deep question for you. When the fat lady sings, you're about to kick the bucket. What would you like to have achieved in your life? Fame and that hot red sports car? In the end, do any of these things really matter? What's really important is your friends and your family. Pay them the attention they deserve today.
Here we go. Better. Yep. That. That's nice. Yep, we got that. Let's see. Might build a temporary start to this road. There we go, build a temporary entrance there. Probably build an entrance. This way. Oh, that's profane. How much more of that? I don't want a PR crisis, so I might turn this off in the background, even though you can't hear this in my earbuds. Build this through here. Yeah, I guess. It's like a better angle than that. I was playing here until I can do on a steep curve. It's gonna be a very weird that. Curve, I think. Same height as this. Frustrating sometimes. That looks good, and then we... one curve, and there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yep. That'll be the entrance to a tunnel along this highway. Yep, there we go. Don't need to be opening other things. There you go, yep. that looks pretty good. I could put this all the way up here and do that down there. That's clean. Oh, now that's nice. That is beautiful. Gosh, we might add an extra plane just to get that out in there. That is beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is just perfection. That is just, wow, chef's kiss. Okay, now let's build this road down here. Why is it 2-lane road? End of it anyways.
I'm famous chef Tony McGoney, owner of Tony McGoney's Steakhouse. And when people ask me where I get my award-winning meat from, it's from one place, Meaty Bits. No matter what you need, be it a smoked pig, a goat by sunset, or a 10-foot alligator in a salty brine, Meaty Bits will get it to you fast with a smile and completely without judgment. So, if it's good enough for Tony McGoney's Steakhouse, why not be good enough for Joe Public's Home House? Get in touch with Meaty Bits and tell them Tony sent you. Meaty Bits. If it ever was alive, they can get it to you dead.
Okay, so... yeah.
Don't you want money for nothing? Yeah, you do. What's the catch? There is one. Anyone who wants it can have it. You just have to ask for it. Our 3-day sleepaway camp is the perfect place to strike it rich. Who are we? Well, we're the #1 dream makers in the region. And you are a motivated, driven, confident individual who has a desire to make it big. Run! Don't walk! Get your heart rate above 120. This is exciting. This offer is just for you because you deserve it. Come alone. So don't wait. The early bird catches the worm, and the worm is a bus at 143 Industrial Way that leaves at dawn. So grab destiny by the horns. Go on, grab it. It's yours for the taking. Money for nothing.
You're listening to Downtown Radio on 109.7 FM.
Supposed to be like a little DOT office. Now it's time to start building some houses, but make sure we have the infrastructure for that. Yeah. In the area I'm going to start building, we have the infrastructure, but Okay, that works. Okay. European suburbia should look nice. It'll make more tax revenue. The economy. I got this nice toll bridge here. While this is all going in, let's follow a vehicle. Exit. Got this cool mod that allows me to place crosswalks and stuff, like, anywhere. That's really cool. Oh, we need industrial. Okay, maybe I'll be able to fence some more industrial. Evolution on this part. Infill.
This is Downtown Radio with me, Troy Anderson, your host.
Economy. Here we go. That's nice. We're witnessing right now is rare footage of someone actually using the paintbrush for zoning. We're gonna need to put a fire station out.
This is Downtown Radio, and I'm Troy. I once read that the definition of luck is when opportunity meets preparation. That's so true. I mean, throughout our lives, we work hard to become better versions of ourselves, and sometimes, when we least expect it, a door opens and we get a chance. When it does, don't hesitate. Opportunity doesn't knock twice. Time for the next song.
I'll probably cut way ahead when I am. I'll probably cut way ahead to when I am get closer to the Megalopolis. Recover that. Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, great, what's happening? It's a death care bugged. I'll be back in I'll be back soon.